Hello everyone,
Hey,
and welcome to Uncut Gaming.
where we don't edit our videos.
But we are trading in Merv and building trading houses in Merv.
Where
In
are we?
Merv.
Yes.
In Merv. We're at the 12th century.
Are we sure it's Merv and not Merv or something else?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't
We
know
apologize in
yeah,
advance.
I don't even know exactly where it is. I just know that it's somewhere on the Silk Road between East and West. I don't know where.
Probably like on the right side of the globe.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So in Merv, we will be moving around the city, and each time we will choose a spot. Right? I think it has to stand up. And then we will place a house on one of these columns, or if we're here on one of these rows. And then we will put a house down, and then we will produce some resources, which are unnamed in the game. They're just resources of various colors.
Really?
Yeah.
That's genuinely a shame because there
Yeah.
was effort put into the spices, into other things.
Yeah. So just cubes, and then we will most probably activate one of the actions. The actions are laid out pretty.
No, they do not correlate. That's a shame.
Yeah. The actions correlate to the various actions we can do around the board, mainly to take more caravanserai cards with spices. We could go to the library and spend cubes to get scrolls, which will then be turned into library tokens. I don't remember, which will gain us special abilities. We could.
Library tokens is good.
I don't remember their name.
Library tokens, sure.
Sure. We could visit the palace for end game for scoring, for end of round scoring. We could travel the mosque track there for extra bonuses.
Yes.
And the interesting part. Do you want to talk about perhaps the raid? You could talk about the raid if you want.
Sure. We are on round 1, and at the end of round 2 and round 3, where you see the archer icons, we will have a raid.
The
So
Mongols will raid us.
let's assume that this is the situation that we
Or at the end of the round.
are in. So what we do when there's a raid is the raid only goes 2 streets deep. So we actually check each and every line, and we go 2 tiles in. And every house that is not defended by a wall has to be you have to pay ransom or lose the house. So in my random example, these 2 are exposed.
Right.
And over here, this one is not exposed when I check in this direction, but when I check in this direction, he is. So he gets removed as well. Whereas this house, like 2 deep from here, defended, 2 deep from here, defended. Same for this, also exposed, and has to leave. Now, we said you can pay ransom. You can also, as one of your actions, put a soldier.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily have to be on your house. You could be trading house. You could be defending someone else's trading house.
Incentivized even to do so.
And the soldier only protects that specific tile. That is, we don't check the raid rules normally. When we have a soldier, we just assume it's protected.
Yep. And then the soldier goes away.
Yes, soldiers are only good for 1 raid.
Yep. Yep. So I think that we'll just cover, the various actions and how the round works during the round, because there are a lot of interconnected component or mechanisms here. So I think we'll just start.
Not that many interconnected mechanisms, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I could say that just very high level, we're playing 3 rounds. Each round will consist of 4 actions, basically one on each of the sides, and that's it. So first on the order track here. So I'll go first.
Sure. Now you want to overview how turns work or just high level on the actions?
Yeah, I just might as well do it while I'm playing my first turn.
Sure.
Yeah, it'll be more relevant.
Now you're forcing me to choose a different action than the one you're choosing.
No. All right, so I can choose any of
That's
these.
how he wins.
So I can choose any of these spots. Let's say that I'll choose, I don't know. At the beginning of the game, it doesn't really matter. So I'll just choose this one.
Okay, so you chose this spot. Now
So I
you
chose a
have this
column.
entire column
Yeah.
available to you.
Yep.
And you get to choose one of the tiles.
Right. And I'm going to choose, let's say, this tile.
So pretty.
I'm going to choose this tile. This tile is empty, as you can see. So I'm automatically putting a house down. Doesn't cost me anything. Then all of the houses of the color that I chose to activate, produce goods. So in this case, I just produce one teal, 10, sorry. Right? If, for example, in a previous turn, I already had this house and I just generated this one, I'll get these two. If theoretically, if you want to do that, you want to explain that one?
So let's assume that this is the scenario, and we're going to make it a bit more advanced for...
Yeah. Sure.
If we're going, let's go all hog.
Yeah. So this is the situation of the third round or so, right?
Yes.
And I'm coming here, and I can either choose my own house to just generate this one lonely 10, or
you can choose one of my houses. So for example, if you choose this tile, you will activate all the blue houses. So you will get all the resources on which you have blue houses. So you won't get this 10, but you will get 2 purples and an orange. And because you activated another player's house, that player gets a tile. We chose this one. So in this case, I get a white and all the bonuses
of the other ones.
So this is a bonus tile. I will get the purple. But for example, this orange and this purple, I will not get because I only get the original tile and bonus tiles.
Yep, exactly.
Removing all my stuff from here.
Yeah. Okay, so now that I've generated some resources, I can do one of 3 things. I can either activate the tiles action, in this case it's the mosque, or I can just gain influence, and influence is important for end of round scoring. We'll get to that in a second. Or I can deploy a soldier wherever I want.
Wait, you can get influence instead of activating the mosque?
So you can either activate the action, in this case it's the mosque, or deploy a soldier, or just gain 1 influence.
I did not remember that was an option. That's nice.
All right, so I'm gonna activate the mosque. The mosque is pretty simple. We're gonna start at one of these spots here, as you can see.
These spots.
Right, one of these spots. Oh, you're right. So I'm choosing to start here. Here I'm gonna spend the 10.
You're gonna need one here either way.
Yes, I spend the 10, so I'm up at this spot. This camel, we'll talk about the camels in a second, but just because I landed here, I get the camel. And that's pretty much it. If I had more cubes, I could have gone out to the track even more as far as I would have wanted.
Yeah.
And I would have gotten bonuses along the way. But for now, that's it. I just did my turn, and it is your turn.
Phenomenal. Now, I have no resources, so... I will go over yonder and I will place a trading house over, what's the least to pay? Okay, I will place a trading house over here. I will get my 10 and I will use this 10 immediately.
Before you actually do your action, because you activated the middle column, you can interact with the camels market, if I believe. So you have 2 options.
I have no camels.
You have 2 options. So either pay 1 camel to do the bonus, or take all of the camels that are already here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since I have no camels, both are irrelevant. However, I will use the 10 to put a person over here. So while we're here, let's talk a little bit about what this region is. So you see you have 2 sections. You have the favor. So this was favor, this was authority?
Influence.
Sure.
This
So
is political power, and this is like
military power.
sure. Yeah.
Let's go for that one. So you have two sections. One is the top. At the end of every round, we score each one of these criterias, halls, and according to the number of people you have in a hall, you will get points for that criteria. So for example, the one I took says that I get 1 victory point for each resource I have, whether it be basic or rare resource. Now, the first person will cost you
1 cube.
1 cube. The second one, and it doesn't matter whether it's in the same hall or in a different hall, will cost you 2 cubes, and then 3, and then 4. So if I were to place a person over here, I would have to pay 2 purple. Now, what did we say? When we score these, you have to lose favor.
Yeah, you have to spend favor according to the number of people that you have here. Otherwise, I mean, it's obligatory. If you cannot, then you cannot score.
However, you can't choose not to score a person. If I have enough favor for all my people here, I can't just say, well, I don't want to score him. I'll keep the favor. You can't. You will automatically lose the favor, and if you can't pay for all the people, you choose.
Yeah.
Okay, that was lengthy. So where does he go?
All right, so because we're playing 2 players, there's the third dummy player here. So the way it works, and it'll only put houses down. That's its only job in life. The first player in that round will choose a column. So let's say I will choose, it doesn't really matter. I'll just choose.
Not in the first round. It
Right.
matters later, but not in the first round.
It actually kind of, okay. So I'll choose here, and I'll show you guys why later. And you, because you're the second player in this turn, you get to choose where. He puts a house, but nothing else will activate. I mean, the dummy player doesn't get resources or anything else.
No.
So you basically sort of blocked my column, which makes sense. My row, sorry. Yeah. Okay. End of sort of turn.
You say sort of blocked, but you can place here or here.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so the last player needs to move to the last turn order track here, unless that player has camels, in which case we can choose to like put them here instead and bump us upwards or closer to the first position. The down player always pays camels if he has them. If he doesn't have them, then he doesn't pay.
So let's do that slowly for people. The last person always goes in the last position, so turn order is maintained unless that person has camels. That camel can bump him 1 or 2, and then the camel remains there.
Right.
So the next player, in which case me, I now have 2 options. Either I go into the third and pay no camels, or I pay an additional camel and then I bump myself into the second position, and then the first player has no options. He has to go in the last remaining spot.
Yep.
I'm sorry for the mess I have created.
Okay.
So, no camels on dummy player, he goes third. No camels on me, I go second. Honey, you retain your position.
All right. So, I will now move here. I will choose to activate, let's see. Don't want the caravanserai. Sure. I will choose to activate this building. I'll get 1 teal and 1 tan.
Very good.
Yep. And I can now activate this little caravanserai.
So this area is connected to this, to these cards and camels.
Yeah. So here what happens is that I can pay any number of cubes that I want as long as they're of the same color. And that dictates the number of cards I can pick up. I can always pick up cards with camels, meaning these 2 in this case, or just the card afterwards. If I want to like take this card, I can place a camel and that becomes available to me. Other than that, I am limited by the number of spices that I can hold
Yes.
at my disposal, and that is dictated by the influence track.
Yeah, so on the influence track, you have two icons that matter. One is the seal with the number. This dictates which one of these contracts you can take. So in this case, we have no contracts available to us. Once we pass through here, we will have some. And this icon, which says how many different types of spices you can take. So in this case, Idan can only take one type of spice, but once he gets here or here, he can have more. And this is very important because scoring on these is set collection. So if you can't access all four of them, you're restricted.
Yep. Okay. And another reason to take them beside the end of the game scoring, again, like you said, set collections, there are 4 types. So you can score at most 4 cards in a collection. The other reason is that whenever you get 2 of the same type,
yes,
then you get to have a little bonus. So you can see if I have 2 of this spice, I can take 1 favor. And here at the bottom, you can see the number of cards in a collection, in a set, and the number of VPs that it'll gain me at the end of the round, at the end of the game. So I am going to pay just 1 cube.
You say that as if you're lamenting something, but the cubes need to be of the same color.
No, yeah, I decided which
So,
color though.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to spend the 10, and then I'm going to take 1 card, and I think that that card could very well be this card. So I get the camel with it. This card does nothing for me, and these all shift down, and a new card will be drawn.
Very good. Now, the fact that Idan didn't take 2 doesn't mean he won't get the bonus when he does take a second cinnamon card.
Yeah.
My turn. Mine. So I'm gonna go yonder, and then I will activate this, which is the walls action. So I get 2 tans, and now I can build walls.
Amazing.
Isn't that exciting?
It is.
So the cost of the walls is written, and I'm not really restricted by where I'm not restricted almost at all by where I place them. The only restriction is that these areas require a gate, these, which are much more expensive, whereas all the rest require regular walls. So in this case, I will pay my 2 tans, and I will place 1 over here and 1 over here. Now, whenever you place a wall, we check what it protects, and according to what it protects, you get, we call that influence. So favor and influence. I'll remember that eventually. Now, for a house that's your own, you get 1 influence. For a house that's not yours, you get 2. So you are somewhat incentivized in defending other players.
Yeah.
In this case, I am defending 1 house from here, that's 1 influence. 1 house from here, that's 1 influence. 2 influence. Boom.
Okay, excellent. And I'm the first player, so I will choose to move him, I don't know, here?
Sure, and I will choose his trading station over here.
All right.
For absolutely no reason.
Sure. He still doesn't have any camels, so he has to go here.
I have none as well.
So you go here. And lastly, I'll go here. And it is again
your turn. Look at
my
you.
turn. So I will choose to move. Let's see. I kind of want to be first again, I guess. So I might as well go here. And then I can choose to place a house over here.
Very good. So now you have to go to the biblioteca.
Yeah, so I get 110, 1 teal again. And in the library, I can spend different colored cubes to get library token scrolls. I'm going to spend these 2 cubes back to get 2 scrolls. Scrolls are good for 2 things. First, contract cards require them. Second, whenever you get the specified amount of scrolls here, you can take one of these nice tokens. And you can look at them and choose one. Basically, these, as you can see,
They give you discounts of such.
Yeah. So I choose which action I want to be discounted on, and I think I'll be discounted on. I do like the mosque, I have to say. And I've never really gone up the mosque too much, so I'm going to take the mosque one, which will be interesting. Okay.
So I dump myself over here, and I build a trading station over here. So I get tan, and I get orange. I think that's our first orange for the game. And since this is a new action, I want to talk about it a bit. So I chose the market action. So here we have Merv, and here we have the markets in the surrounding area. I'm sure this is a geographically accurate map.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kashgar, which is another game. We see Nishapur. No, I don't think it's a game.
There's probably a Basra game.
No.
Really? No.
I don't remember.
Basra, no Baghdad?
No.
That's interesting.
I don't remember.
Anyhow,
Opportunities lie ahead.
I can put one singular trading station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In any place available to me. In this case, because I'm in Merv, I have these 4 available to me. So I will choose tan, since I seem to be getting lots of tans. Now, if this were the situation, I would also have this available to me.
Right.
In addition to the other one. Now, first you put your trading station.
Yep.
Did we discover why there's a plus here?
Because you add a new disc.
Oh, just one.
Yep.
You cannot add more than one.
Nope.
Fantastic. Afterwards, you do a trading action. So when you perform a trading action, only spots where you have a disc are available, and if you want to trade in other spots, you have to pay a camel. So, for example, in this case, I can give my tan for pistachios, and if I really want to, I can give another camel to the gods of so I can trade an orange for an orange.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna. Am I gonna do that? No, I'm not gonna do that yet.
All right, so
I need my resources.
Yeah. So the inner cities here produce common goods, and the furthest cities produce luxury goods or rare goods.
Mm-hmm.
And goods are basically used for contracts alone, I believe.
Well, scoring from this hole, but that's it.
Yeah, that's true. And the fact that they're all different doesn't matter at all. They're just either common or rare. The fact that they have different icons doesn't mean anything.
Yes.
Okay. So it is my turn. Oh.
It is his turn.
Yes. It has a name, by the way. I just don't remember what it is. It's a shame. I'm going to put him here. And you can choose where to place it.
I'm going to refer to them as they because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a person.
It's not an person. Okay.
So now I get to choose their trading station.
Sure.
Yeah, it's tradition to block you off.
That
so
totally makes sense.
Let's continue that tradition.
That totally makes sense.
Okay, so they go over here. They have no camels.
Nope.
So now I could bump myself to first.
Yep.
And I think I will do that. I will activate a camel so I can bump myself to first, and you don't have an option. You have to go second, and you get another camel. Now you have three camels. So my turn, and I will go over here. Now, the reason I insisted on being first is because I kind of blocked you off over here. Mm-hmm. So I assumed you'd go over here, where you have a trading house, and I was like, oh, well, I don't want to let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going for the walls? We have time till the walls.
Yes.
Let's trade. Let's go and trade stuff. So first of all, I get a teal, a tan, and another tan. So I'm highly incentivized in tanning. And I get to build only one trading house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Let's go over yonder and let's get some pistachios and some grapes for teal and tan.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Yep. I think I'll go here. And I'll place myself over here.
Just out of curiosity, you could have gone here and also gotten the center action.
Yes.
Okay. You can still change your mind.
Yeah. So I'll take the purple.
Yes.
And then I will spend stuff here. So I can spend one for free. And then I'll spend the teal one to come here. And that means that I first get this bonus.
Wait, what free? Oh,
I have
right,
a free
you have the
cube. Yeah, that's why I wanted
the
to put it.
passive.
So I think that I'll place it over, perhaps. Doesn't matter. I'll place it over here.
Yeah.
And white cubes are wild. That's why they're nice. And the second bonus is that I gain a favor.
I gave you one.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. And then you went first, so you will choose a column.
Wait, did I give you one? Did you have any favors before?
No.
No. Okay, so you're supposed to be at one. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
You choose a column.
Can I choose this column and then
That's
he doesn't
interesting.
obstruct anyone?
That's interesting. I think you can. I don't see why not. The player had a action slot. The player has an ability for the hands of the match as a building side without a building if possible. Nope. Yeah, you can.
Okay, fantastic. Then that's what's done.
Okay. Then he moves. They move.
Yes, they have moved. Okay, so now they have no camels, so it's at free. I have one camel, but it doesn't matter to me that much.
Okay.
So you wait. We finished a round.
Yes.
So now
Let's
we do
just
end
the
of round stuff. Okay, so remind me only halls.
Halls and then buildings and then if we have these kind of bonuses. But that's it.
So buildings means you get for each building on the board, right?
1 point. Yep.
Yeah, so this is post-raid. So if you lost buildings during the raid, you will not get points for them. In this case, you get 4. And I get, surprisingly, 4.
Yep.
Now we score the halls. Only I have a person in the hall. I lose 1 favor, and I get 1 VP for each good I have.
Right.
So,
3 goods.
Yep, so that's 1,
It's also
2,
important
3.
to say that you never lose them, even if you use them for contracts.
Yes, I was going to mention that, things that go on contracts are still very much part of your inventory.
Yep.
They're never lost. They're just used up for extra VP.
Okay, so that's a round.
That's the end of our overview in first round.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys at the extended playthrough and the review. There
And
are
links.
links for everything.
Yep. And we'll see you in a bit.
Bye. God bless you, honey. And you can tell this is O'Toole.
Yes.
Like, it pops, especially with all the lighting. I like it.